Good morning. My name is Amanda Templer. This is a presentation for the emerald ash borer for crop 414. The ash tree, progression of the emerald ash borer and the resulting destruction of ash trees across the United States is what I'm trying to show in this presentation. Ash trees are native across the eastern United States. And what I'd like to show in this presentation is how invasive species can destroy our native flora. The emerald ash borer is about a little bit less than the size of a penny and can do great destruction to our ash trees, as you can see in some of these slides. The life cycle of the emerald ash borer, basically the destruction really happens as those eggs are laid in the bark of the tree, in the cambium of the tree. After hatching, the larva will bore into the tree layers just below the bark to feed, and they remain there for about 1 to 2 years and pupate into adults. The female ash borers lay roughly 40 to 70 eggs on the bark of an ash tree. You can tell if you've got emerald ash borer in your trees through a D-shaped exit hole in the bark. The adults then will fly out, seek out new trees, and the process begins. So this is a photo of trees in Toledo. In June of 2006, you can see these trees are absolutely gorgeous, full canopy, beautiful. And then by August of 2009, the ash borers have completely decimated all of these trees. This is a photo of my crew and myself working on taking some ash trees down on our college campus. Part of the problem with the ash tree and the emerald ash borer is that we tend to plant a monoculture of trees. So on our college campus, we have roughly 110 ash trees out of the roughly 1,700 trees that we have. It's one of the biggest amounts of trees, very little biodiversity on the campus. And so we've put a plan together to combat the emerald ash borer. And one of those ways is to take down some of our less than aesthetically pleasing trees. So emerald ash borer was first detected in Michigan. And as you can see from this map, it was detected in 2002 in the southeastern corner of Michigan, and by 2011 it had basically spread throughout the entire state of Michigan. And that means that all of those trees, unless they've been treated, have been affected by the emerald ash borer. And of course, this is a map of the eastern United States and where we're at currently in 2018 with the amount of emerald ash borer. Emerald ash borer came from Asia. They think in firewood or something of that nature. Came over in shipping. And you can look at Georgia and see how complete the state is filled with emerald ash borer. Part of the way to combat emerald ash borer is to prevent firewood from being taken across state lines, taken across county lines. Here in Missouri, it was discovered in St. Charles County, where I'm at, in 2013, very close to the campus. And so we know that we've got to do something about this insect. My hope in creating these maps is to maybe get a handle on emerald ash borer, maybe get outside of that main concentration and try to treat trees, take down trees that maybe are not so great, maybe put a firewall, if you will, in trying to prevent them. So I'd like to use remote sensing to get an idea of decline in these trees so that possibly we can get a handle on on emerald ash borer. You'd be able to tell the decline in the tree from these remote sensing maps. My hope is that this project would be able to show forest managers where they really need to concentrate their efforts to effectively combat the insect. For us on our college campus and in St. Charles County in general, most municipalities, institutions have put together an action plan in order to try and save some of the trees. Um, on my campus, we started out with replacing some of the trees, some of the ash trees, moving some oaks that we were getting ready to lose in a construction project. So we started out moving some trees. And we received a trim grant from the Missouri Department of Conservation. We're using that to plant more trees in place of the ash. We're also going to treat some of our ash trees, some of our better structured, more aesthetically pleasing, those trees that are maybe in the interior of campus that would be sorely lost by those in the college campus community. And then, of course, we'll treat some of the better ash trees. This project didn't turn out completely like I had hoped to. I waited till the last minute. I think you could probably tell that from the way my narration has gone. Part of it is that I had got sidetracked by some of the great things that we would be able to do with GIS and ArcMap and all of these components. I have a tree inventory in place at this point. It's not a GIS, and that's one of the things that I'm hoping I can change over the next year or so. I'd like to pull that inventory into an actual GIS and then use that as one layer in the multitude of things that I can create for our college campus. We're looking at digitizing the utilities, pulling those into a GIS map. We're also looking at our irrigation components. It would be so wonderful to be able to pull up a GIS map of our inventory, our irrigation, and be able to direct our team to the right location. So if we've got a irrigation head that is broken, we can just say, hey, this is where you need to go. Or even, some of the great things that, I've done in past projects, marking our sidewalks so that we don't miss those when it's time to replace pieces here and there. So anyways, I apologize that the presentation didn't go quite as well as I had hoped. I hope this is exciting to you. I am excited about all of the different things that we can do with GIS. Just in tracking the emerald ash borer would be a great tool for our forest managers, for our urban forest managers, for our arborists that are on college campuses and municipalities across the United States to have that opportunity to be able to track not only emerald ash borer and its destruction of these particular trees, but also gypsy moth and some of the different diseases that are affecting our different tree species. So again, this was the progression of emerald ash borer and its resulting destruction of the ash trees across the United States. I have a few more layers that I need to add to this project, but I hope you've enjoyed it. Thank you.